Hi everyone, I'm back again unexpectedly. So that's why I made this video. Anyone who knows me on Instagram, I did a very lengthy video on my best of the year. It was at 45 movies of best of 2020 rather. I have to bump it up. Sound of Metal was so good that I have to. So what I did was, it's 46. I added 4 of my honorable mentions up to best of, and I left a few honorable mentions. So what I'm going to do is, all the full reviews, all my full thoughts are on Letterboxd for all 50 of these movies. So if you want to see those, they're on there. They're in quick succession. I'm just going to do a run-through. I'm just going to read off my list, which I just updated, consolidated, and also the list, if you're looking for it in written form, to see where it's under my review of News of the World. So, let me go through this real quick. Top 50 now. First, the 3 honorable mentions are a Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon. I loved it, but it just kind of didn't make it. These ones mainly because I felt like they did the certain criteria with it. Black is King, directed by Beyonce, and Folklore: The Long Pond Studio Sessions, directed by Taylor Swift. Those are the honorable mentions. So now, and also keep in mind, Nomadland, Minari. If they had a theatrical release this year, they will be on next to like Minari, Judas and Black Messiah, Nomadland. They'll qualify for next year's list. So, without further ado, I'm going to read top 50, who directed it, make that real quick, and you can find all my reviews for these on Letterboxd, if you haven't already seen them on. So here's the top 50. I'm just going to read these off. And these are in release order. They are not ranked. So here we go. Let's just start. In release order, these, I'm just not going to number them. I'm just going to read them off. The Gentleman, directed by Guy Ritchie. Taylor Swift, Miss Americana, directed by Lana Wilson. Emma, directed by Adam DeWilde. The Invisible Man, directed by Lee Winnell. The Way Back, directed by Gavin O'Connor. Big Time Adolescence, directed by Jason Orley. Beastie Boys Story, directed by Spike Jonze. Bad Education, directed by Corey Finley. The Vast of Night, directed by Andrew Patterson. Shirley, directed by Josephine Decker. The King of Staten Island, directed by Judd Apatow. Da 5 Bloods, directed by Spike Lee. Hamilton, directed by Thomas Kail. Palm Springs, directed by Max Barbakow. Relic, directed by Natalie Erica James. The Old Guard, directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, which is one of the new ones that I bumped up. Yes, God, Yes, directed by Karen Main. Howard, directed by Don Hahn. Spree, directed by Eugene Kotler-Urenko. I hope I didn't say your name correctly. Boys State, directed by Jesse Moss and Amanda McBain. Words on Bathroom Walls, directed by Thor Frudenthal. The Personal History of David Copperfield, directed by Armando Iannucci. Get Duked, directed by Ninian Doff. Tenet, directed by Christopher Nolan. I'm Thinking of Ending Things, directed by Charlie Kaufman. The Broken Hearts Gallery, directed by Natalie Krinsky. The Devil All the Time, directed by Antonio Campos. Kajillionaire, directed by Miranda July. The Trial of the Chicago 7, directed by Aaron Sorkin. Spontaneous, directed by Brian Duffield. On the Rocks, directed by Sofia Coppola. Charm City Kings, directed by Angel Manuel Soto. Yellow Rose, directed by Diane Paragas. Time, directed by Garrett Bradley. The Kid Detective, directed by Evan Morgan. Clouds, directed by Justin Baldoni. This is another one of the new ones. Love and Monsters, directed by Michael Matthews. Borat's subsequent movie film, directed by Jason Williner. Let Him Go, directed by Thomas Bazooka. Another one of the new ones. Freaky, directed by Christopher Landon. Mank, directed by David Fincher. Sound of Metal, this is, again, directed by Darius Martyr. Run, directed by Anish Chaganty. Happiest Season, directed by Clea Duvall. That's another one of the ones I've bumped up. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, directed by George C. Wolfe. Let Them All Talk, directed by Steven Soderbergh. News of the World, directed by Paula Greengrass. Promising Young Woman, directed by Emerald Fennell. One Night in Miami, directed by Regina King, and Soul, directed by Pete Docter and Kemp Powers. There you go. That's my top 50 best of lists, and like I said, all the reviews for all 50 films are available on my Letterboxd page, which is under Grant the Movie and TV Guy. The link is in the description of every video I've done on this channel, as well as I believe in my About on my main homepage. So, and it'll be on the bio of this video, and I will also send a link under it to where you can find the written out list in the comments section of News of the World. So, there you go. This is my top 50 of 2020. Just finishing it, tightening it up with, I've seen, all that I'm going to see from 2020 of, those movies. That'll be, so that's it. See you next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. See it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. Love you all, appreciate you all, stop Asian hate. Racism is bad, bigotry is bad, no matter what. Be kind to one another. Love you all, class dismissed. Love you 3000. Thank you all. Take care. And watch all 50 of those movies. Seriously, they're all great. 4.5 to 5 star movies.